Hello everybody, welcome to Why IT is for You. I'm basically making this video to go over my whole college experience. I have just enrolled in Phoenix University. I'm enjoying my time so far. I'm about 6 weeks in. With the experience though, I will go over some of the positives versus negatives, at least for me. Positive one, I'll say, is commute. I don't have to commute anywhere unless they don't have the internet or Wi-Fi. I definitely need Wi-Fi in order to get to my classes online, and pretty much I can do that from home, or I can go to a coffee shop. I can go really anywhere. I'm actually close to a coffee shop right now, so I'm able to go to school online, and anywhere that has internet access I'm good. If it was community college, I have to physically drive there, physically be there, I have to be physically in the class, physically talking to the professor and or students. It's a little bit more of a hassle, but at the same time, I mean, it's still a good experience. It's always great to see people face to face. So that's like the positive versus con one. The second thing is where I want to say community college has the advantage is if you need help, people are right there. So you can definitely walk into a college and then get immediate assistance on anything that you need. They have their hours where they're open, their hours when they're closed, and you pretty much know exactly when it is that you could go to certain areas. With online college, it's more or less you can make a phone call. Sometimes they'll get back to you in a reasonable time. Sometimes you may have to wait a little bit longer in order to get the answers that you may need. But as far as being able to get in touch with somebody, you definitely always have that access to do so. But that is, I want to say, pro versus con on the communication side. But I mean, it's not too bad. You're really not waiting too long. Probably going to be waiting, I want to say, I mean, at most probably 24 hours. The longest I think I've waited to get a response is probably around the 4-hour mark. But there was times at the beginning where I did wait like 24 hours. But now that I've been enrolled in an actual student, it's been about 4 hours was the max. Then the third thing that I'll actually go over would be pro versus con. I'll go with, what would I say the pro versus con would be? Access to resources. Online, way easier. I'm not entitled to using certain books. I mean, there's books online, but it's like more or less online reading versus like if you were to buy a physical book and then have to go to navigate to that website in the book, sometimes it's way outdated and the information there is not really useful. Whereas online schooling with the resources that are there is pretty much a lot of up-to-date information. So that makes the reading a lot easier for me because then I understand what they're talking about versus outdated stuff where more or less we're not using that type of either technology or we're not doing exactly what's inside of that book. But as far as resources go, it's definitely, I want to say, better online. Communication is very effective online. I can reach out to, like I said, a lot of people even before with enrolling. I can definitely reach out to people, and not only do they, I want to say, communicate pretty efficiently or they get back to me as soon as possible, but also I can understand exactly what they're writing. So, and then also if I need like access to certain links, they can actually plug that into the email or that conversation back to me, and I can click on the link and get to the exact source that I need to for the information that I was asking about. So that's definitely another plus as far as having that access or that tool or just that communication to just be able to get to whatever website that I need to either study or whatever information I need to read or anything like that. So that's definitely a plus. Outside of that, I think online schooling is more or less kind of a little bit more straight to the point when it goes down to you actually going to school for, let's say, like I'm going for computer information. So a lot of my classes have to do with networking. That also has to do with security, which is very, very useful because that's actually things that I'm really engaged in and what I want to learn. Versus if I was going to a community college, it's a lot of, and I'm not passionate by no means, you might have to do like math, social studies, which is perfectly fine. It's just more or less I'm just more into doing what I do as a career and not going to school like I'm going back to high school type of thing. So that's basically another big difference in the schools, and that's the pro versus cons. If you like social studies, shout out to you. I'm not bashing it once again. I don't mind social studies, but I like technology, and that's what I want to go to school for, and that's what I'm paying for. So with that being said, it's definitely pro for me. It's a con the other way around. And then I want to say outside of that, I mean, it's really to each his own. It seems that online college is definitely more expensive, whereas community college is way cheaper. So if you're looking at the expense route, community college, I'm definitely going to hands down give it to them. But then again, you got to also take in, you got to factor in the commute, maybe how much you're paying in gas. You got to factor in the books, maybe how much you're spending in that. Notebooks, you know, the course material. You know, I don't know how projects may go inside of a school too much outside of working with, I want to say, other students, but online is a little bit easier to pass around information or to work on the same projects, especially nowadays. Like, you can pretty much share documents, Excel sheets, PowerPoints, and it's seamless. And I mean, you don't have to really meet up too much for that. And sometimes you can actually do that inside of community colleges too. But I want to say not all the time. Sometimes they do want you to meet and actually, you know, have one-to-one with other students, and not just play the background game where, you know, you could just have one student do the majority of the work and the other student doesn't do as much. So as far as that goes, I mean, that's another, you could say pro versus con, but I'm not going to go really too in depth as far as that actually being one. It's really to each his own based on that community college. Of course, I'm in Jersey. I'm not going to really say what county I'm in. So yeah, I'm gonna say those are my pro versus cons. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, definitely tag them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. It was a pleasure doing this video with you guys. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free. Once again, I'm in Phoenix University. I love it so far. Really no problems thus far. I like it. It's very easy for me. I'm in the technology field, so as far as I want to say the actual website, the website's pretty good, it's decent, but if you're just getting into online college, it's a learning curve, so be prepared for that. But I definitely do think you'll enjoy it. I definitely do think the employees that work for Phoenix are very helpful, and they're always there whenever I need them. So check it out. I'll leave a link below, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.
Oh, since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see you after I choose.